Hi. Today I just wanted to sit down, film a little Get Ready With Me. I am filming this on Sunday, which is day 8 of my dad in the ICU. That's been super not fun. I just wanted to sit down, have a nice chill morning. I'm getting ready before we go to the hospital. And yeah. I guess I'll go through my routine too. This is Violette Far Boom Boom Milk. I love their stuff. I had been using the travel size. I just got the big size. I love that they sell refills in a bag. Very sustainable, very slay. I go in with the one size Hydro Sculpt Moisturizer. Now, it says it sculpts. I tend to not believe brands when they're like, a moisturizer sculpts. Like, it makes your face look dewy. It makes you naturally look more sculpted because it's like putting something on your face. But anyway, I am just honestly kind of exhausted. I would like to be making more art content, and I have kind of pivoted to doing makeup content and skincare in the last few days because I honestly just don't have the energy to be creating outside of work, and this is like the lowest effort content for me because I am doing my makeup and skincare anyway. It has been over a week now with my dad in the hospital, and it's pretty exhausting to have to travel there back and forth. We live we live about 40 minutes away from the hospital where he's at, which is much closer than we were. We were 2 hours away from my family a few years ago. We moved to be closer, and right after we moved, my dad was in the hospital in 2023, and he's back. We have family who won't mask for us. We have some incredible friends who do. Estee Lauder, by the way. We have a lot of incredible friends who do mask for us. A lot of family we've had to cut ties with because they don't. You know, it's getting to the point now where like we've asked people, we've begged people, because my dad is so sick. 2 different types of stage 4 cancer now. That's still not enough for some family, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't know if I could I don't know if I would just completely ignore my kid if they came to me and said, hey, I would really appreciate it if you wore a mask for like 2 seconds when we're indoors. But that's just me. I'm not a parent, so I probably don't know what that unconditional love is that you feel for a kid, and when they ask you to protect them by wearing a mask, there's probably some reason, some unconditional love I'm unaware of, where your response is no. So I'll let you know. I'll get back to you when we have kids. I'll let you know what that's like. If I sound better about it, it's because I am very fatigued by the people in our life, because there's more than one, the many people in our life who will not mask for us. And that's okay. I know that those people don't care, and that me being upset about it is only hurting me, which is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna continue talking about it. I've gotten a lot of really, really beautiful messages from you guys, especially on Instagram. I've gotten a lot of really kind messages from y'all about my dad being in the hospital and your own experiences. Thank you for sharing. A lot of you have gone through similar things. I'm sure a lot of us know what it's like to have a parent in the hospital. I don't know if people as young as me know. I'm 25. Have been to the hospital a lot, more than I'd like to at this age. I am very, very just exhausted by the people in our life who will not mask for us, and it's pretty sad. I, again, know that it only hurts me and not them to think about it and be upset about it when they clearly don't care. So I am just gonna be here and I'm gonna try my best. I have the very lovely support of my husband and my family who are here, immediate family, and that is kind of all that I need to think about right now. And why am I doing makeup when all this is going on? Sure, you could argue that, you know, I should just be rushing over to the hospital in the morning. I do my makeup for me. I really do. Nobody tells me to do it. Nobody asks. Nobody really cares at all. But I do it because I really want to. It makes me feel like a human person to put makeup on. I enjoy it. It's like art for me. Literally, this Glossier paint tube. Love that. I am doing my best. Got some there. I'm doing my best. But yeah, we're just kind of taking it day by day. I've been doing these updates about his health, how he's doing, and I'm glad that they have also meant a lot to those of you who are commenting, for those of you who also have family in the hospital right now. It is not easy. I am not even his primary caregiver. That would be my mom. She does an exceptional job caring for him and organizing his appointments and keeping everything straight, and she is the most exhausted. She has been doing this for 17 years, which is a very, very long time. I was 8 when my dad became disabled, and I let it define me for a really, really long time. I even wrote my college essay on it, and I just got to a point, I would say in like, once I got to college, I was like, this has gotten me so far. I'm not gonna be the person. This is not gonna define me. So I stopped letting it. And what do you know? Here we are again. Him in the hospital. Me doing my very best to not let it define me again this time. I posted about grief. Day 4 was about grief. If you want to go check that out, it's in my shorts or my Instagram. But I talked about grief. Day 4, we weren't able to make it to the hospital, and so I talked about what it's like having a parent kind of die in front of you. Super light stuff. I think what I want to say to anyone who is not masking right now, to anyone who stopped, or I don't know, you don't get it, I think I would just say that it's very, very hard to, you know, be with a parent in the hospital. It's hard to care for a parent, even when you're not the primary caregiver. And we really have to advocate for him. People wouldn't even mask around him, despite having 2 types of stage 4 cancer and receiving palliative care. Even with that, doctors wouldn't mask, so we have to essentially be there as much as we can to advocate for him. And I think that's kind of why I started the series about him and his health. I think I wanted to document things. The videos are how we we saw it in person, but the videos are kind of how we tracked the jaundice that he has right now from his elevated bilirubin. It's about double what it is supposed to be. Doctors didn't want to test for it, and we advocated with the nurses. The nurses couldn't get the doctors to test for it either, so we went and we insisted. We were like, no, the doctor will call us and we will insist that you do that test. And Interesting, the doctors didn't want to talk to us when the results came back because it showed that his bilirubin had doubled. So, that's fine. Some of my favorite moments from my dad being in the hospital are when he perks up and we get to talk to him, and my other favorite moments are after, when we leave the hospital. Hospitals are the fucking worst, and it's not fun being in one. It's not fun visiting someone in one, and some of my favorite moments are getting out of the hospital, being in the fresh air, taking off my mask. Outdoor dining is starting to open. There is this great brewery near us that has outdoor heated seats, and we go there and we get a lot of great bar food, and we talk and we laugh, and it's just honestly the best. But yeah, I talked about grief on my Instagram for day 4 of the this is what long COVID looks like in the ICU, and it resonated with a lot of people. I'm so glad that it did, because I didn't think it was going to be so hard to film, and then I started crying. Caleb Heron talks about it in his model comedian show. It's on Hulu. I would recommend you watch it. He talks about these 2 different types of grief that he had when his dad died, and the one type of grief is grieving the relationship that you had, which probably maybe wasn't good, but it's the one you got. You grieve that, and then you grieve the second relationship, and that's the relationship that you wish you had. The one where, like, the car accident doesn't happen, your dad keeps his job, he doesn't get sick, he doesn't get long COVID, he doesn't get 2 types of cancer, and that was very meaningful for me to hear. Again, I talk about this in my video about grief, but I do feel like that I have grief that kind of sits on my shoulders, and it's not as heavy as it was when I was little. It doesn't feel like a burden or anything that I have to really think about that much, but when he's in the hospital, it's a reminder that that grief is sitting there and that it's still kind of there. I don't think that grief will go away. I hope that that grief becomes lighter. It's really a lot. Some days it is really a lot. Some days I can be really peppy about it, and some days that grief hangs a little heavier on my shoulders. And today, for some reason, I don't know why, it's just feeling a little heavy. I kind of don't know what I believe in lately. Sorry, that was quite a turn. I was raised Catholic. Mom, if you're watching this, you did a great job. I loved being Catholic. I went on my faith journey and just realized that I don't think I'm Catholic. I think I'm this weird thing where I don't know. I'm struggling to see the good today. I am struggling to see the good. So if there's some good that you would like to share in the comments, please do, because today I'm really struggling to see the good. I'm sure that there's something. Do I think that it's a man with a white beard and a white sun wearing a white robe in the clouds? No. I certainly don't feel God in a church. I know that's for sure. I also grew up with parents who had each been divorced. My parents are on their second marriage, and you can't get communion unless you have paid, keyword is paid, to have your marriage annulled. And they could write a check. They could have written a check and been able to take communion, but is a thin wafer for a man that may not have really existed worth it? My parents had a lot of grace to be sending us to a church where, and letting us get communion at a church where they would not have been allowed. I remember when I got my communion, I was so excited. I wanted that wafer bad, A little mid-service snack, yes please. And even better that it is circular and, I don't know, Jesus, I guess. I don't think that little wafer is Jesus. I don't care how much you pray over it. It's a fucking wafer. You know what? I was about to do eyeliner and I don't feel like it today. Grief is weird. Dying is weird. It's crazy that we do this. I am normally a little bit later. I consider myself a court jester. Unpaid, of course. I hope that if you're grieving or watching someone grieve, or this video is reminding you of anyone in your life you have grieved for, I wish you lightness today. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I think what I'll do, coffee underneath, I will layer some Violette of our Plume Lip and Chateau Grillé. Here we go. There is the look today. If you want to drop something good that's happened to you, I could use it today. I could use it today. Drop it down below, and I really enjoy getting ready with you. I will see you on the next one.